Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you're not checking out our Dreamers Pro podcast, be sure to do that. We have that pinned in the comment section below. Let me get into this topic right here. Now, as you guys know, Nick Wright is one of the biggest LeBron James apologists on television. And what amazes me with Nick Wright is that he has some of the most ridiculous basketball arguments, but nevertheless, he does it with a straight face. I think I need to figure something out. Maybe we need to come up with a budget, start getting myself some three-piece suits. I need to figure out a way to grow a freaking beard that looks like I live in the Himalayas, grow my hair, and then all of a sudden, you know, maybe enhance my vocabulary. And then all I need to do is just come out here, say ridiculous stuff, but make it sound nice. And then some of you people believe me. I don't get what it is. I don't know why people are so enamored with some of the crazy stuff that Nick Wright says. But anyway. Yesterday, they were discussing on First Things First, the storyline around LeBron getting another coach fired. And they were talking about, is LeBron James a coach killer? So they were discussing this on a panel with Kevin Wiles, Nick Wright, and Chris Broussard. And Chris Broussard, I got to hand it to Chris Broussard. Chris Broussard is one of the most patient people in sports media because he sits down and listens to Nick Wright, and I don't know how he does it. Kevin Wiles at times just seems to get visually perturbed listening to Nick Wright at times, and he just like, after a while, he just, okay, I got to eat through this dude. But Chris Broussard has a lot of patience. I don't know how he does it. I do it. Well, maybe because it's his colleague, his coworker, you know, he's earning a nice salary. I don't know his salary in my pocket watching, but I'm assuming he is. And he's like, well, I guess I got to put up with Nick Wright. But from time to time, even Chris Broussard starts to get a little bit annoyed with Nick Wright. And those are the moments that I love because when Chris pushes back, you know that Nick is run amok on the show. You know he is just up there twerking it up all over the place and knocking over coffee cups on top of that table. And Chris Broussard gets to the point where he's like, no, I must stop this guy. So what happened yesterday? They were asking the question, is LeBron James a coach killer? And Nick Wright takes us through the entire history. As if to say, if I explain all of the things that happened, it would somehow reduce the fact that LeBron is not going to have 9 coaches. But anyway, he went through that. And then after he finished, Chris Broussard finally sat back and said, well, wait a minute. Nick, the issue here is the lack of accountability. That's the part that's pissing people off. And he almost lost it on Nick Wright's ass. So for those of you who didn't hear, and we put some of these titles in some of these shows, and some people are like, no, you know, what y'all looking for some people to start fighting on television? Some of y'all be looking for, like, I don't know what you want people to start. I don't get it. But anyway, we want to play the exchange for you. I want you guys to listen to Chris Broussard and listen to his tone as he's responding to Nick Wright once again on television. Let's play what he had to say, and I'm going to come back and react to their comments. Take a listen to that there.
It seems like people defending Darvin Ham without ever actually defending him. And this is why it bothers me. Here's what people are saying. Darvin Ham is a great man. LeBron James should take accountability. At no point has anyone said, I think Darvin Ham did a great job with this Lakers team, and here's why.
I've heard people say that.
Okay.
He took him from 33 wins to the Western Conference Finals. He managed the Russell Westbrook thing, which wasn't his doing, for half the season until they fired him. This year, they finished 11-3. They won the in-season tournament. I mean, Darvin, look, I'm with you in that I'm not with the killing LeBron thing. We all know, do I think LeBron ordered the hit? No, all right? But had LeBron said, look, D-Ham's fine, we're good, he would still be the coach. That's, I think, as far as you can go with LeBron. There's some cryptic stuff. There's some body language stuff that LeBron tends to do other places. And look, people don't dig when through body language or cryptic messages, you put the blame elsewhere. That's what they are not with, especially when you're as great as LeBron. And that is something, he don't outright come and say, oh, it was his fault, it was his fault. But the cryptic tweets, the body language, or the tantrums at times on the sideline, all of that says it's their fault. Just accept it, even if it's not your fault. Take it as the leader that it's on me. And that's what pisses people off. I'm just saying. Now, this was a mistake to get rid of Darvin Ham.
So you heard what Chris Broussard had to say. The issue that people are having with LeBron, and Chris Broussard said, is the accountability. It's the same thing Shannon Sharp said yesterday. It's the same thing Kendrick Perkins said yesterday. It's the same thing Stephen A. Smith said yesterday. It's the same thing that Michael Wilbon said yesterday. Everybody is saying the same thing. It's the accountability. That's the part that annoys people. That's the part. It's never me. It's always them. Why are people asking for accountability? The reason that they're asking for accountability is because LeBron is annexed to the situation. Some of you are like, what do you mean? He's a player on the damn team. He's part of the roster. He's supposed to be their leader. So if you're their leader, you got to own some of this. Some people went as far as saying he should defend Darvin Ham. If LeBron doesn't want to defend Darvin Ham in terms of him saving him a job, no problem. But own some of it. Don't just let all the entire media avalanche fall on the head coach. That's the same thing what happened with Russell Westbrook. When everything went to hell, Russell Westbrook became the fall man. When Russell Westbrook left, AD became the fall. It's always the case. And people are saying, where's the accountability? Why can't you stand up and say, hey, listen, as the leader of this team, man, we underperform as a group. And you will never hear those words come out of LeBron. Accountability and LeBron James are like oil and water. They just will not ever be together. Ever. Ever, never, ever, ever. They can never be friends. Never. There must always be an excuse. That's why he said, even if it's not your fault, take ownership of it. That's what leaders do. That is the role of a leader. If you're running a company as a CEO, if the company doesn't deliver and your board members are up here talking, hey, what are you going to do? Well, it's not my fault. It's the guy that's working in the factory. It's the line manager. It's his fault. No, it's the CFO. No, they're going to be looking at you. You're supposed to stand up and say, listen, as the captain of this ship, we didn't get the job done. That's what leaders do. If LeBron James was a captain, was a sailor in the ship, he would be the first one. Matter of fact, before they even put on the alarms, you see him on the boat sailing away. They're like, what's going on? Is that the cap? That'll be LeBron. That would be him. That's the reputation he has. And that's what everybody I'm just reacting to what they said. I ain't say it. Now, before you LeBron fans start throwing honey at your computer screen, talking about turn this off. Tell me why I'm wrong. And if I am wrong, why is everybody saying the same thing? Y'all help me figure it out. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's make it make sense together. Let's figure it out together. These are my thoughts. What I want to know from you guys, what do you think about what Chris Broussard had to say to Nick Wright? What do you think about today's show in terms of our analysis? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.